The Biden administration is currently having one of the greatest scandals in this nation's history since probably Watergate. This is one of the greatest failures, when the greatest scandals are in nation's history. The border crisis gets worse and worse by the day. And look at this. In just around a half a year, almost 1 million people just flooded across the border. And this is from like May, I believe. This is higher than the entirety of 2005. Almost. Now, we're on pace for 2 million border apprehensions this year alone. And guess what? Tens of thousands of them, they just got let in. Come on in, folks. Come on in. Come on, come replace these people. Come on. Just come on. This is why the Biden administration doesn't want this to be an issue. Because it is one of the greatest failures of our country's history. This is the failure of the Biden administration. Outside of COVID, this is the real failure. Right here. What a joke. A complete and total failure. But you may be asking yourself, oh, but the statistics are showing that these are mostly minors, these are families. No, it isn't. Look at this. Back in 2019, yeah, they were mostly families and minors. Now, it's basically all single adults just flooding in. And it's basically no families. It's just single adults, not coming from Mexico, not coming from Central America. They're coming from Asia, Africa, Australia. They're just coming across the world through the southern border, just wide open. Just come on in, folks. Just come on in. So this idea that the media is trying to push that, oh, these are mostly families pushing. No, it isn't. It is single adults. And this was back in February. It's probably way worse than it is now. Folks, this is baloney what the Biden administration is doing. And there's two main reasons that Biden's administration is just letting this happen. One is quite clear, quite obvious. Just take a look at the COVID numbers of Hidalgo County, which was the epicenter of COVID. Look at this. Back when most of Texas was rapidly declining, they had two big spikes in March and February. Now they're having a big spike now. Makes you think. And what's so big about Hidalgo County? Well, it has the city of McAllen in it. You know, the city that is the epicenter of the illegal immigration, mass immigration. 7,000 immigrants who tested positive for COVID may have just, accidentally ran through the city, used these people's public services, left for God knows what, Pennsylvania, Florida, and they caused a spike in Hidalgo County. It also started a spike in Florida, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. Because, folks, you know what they're doing with a lot of these illegal immigrants? And immigrants in general? They're pushing them off to Florida, Pennsylvania, like North Carolina. And you notice those are states with the biggest COVID spikes right now. And again, excuse me, I'm dying from a cough right now, not COVID, but you get the point. That millions of immigrants just got flooded across the border, apprehended, good chunk of them sent on their very well good ways. Adios, never to see you again, amigo. Never gonna see you again. A lot of them tested positive for COVID. And this is clearly starting another spike in COVID. It's getting vaccinated people sick. And in general, it's making America go to lockdown again. It's not a conspiracy theory. Look at where the most immigrants went to. Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. Biggest COVID spikes. Biden's administration should be impeached for this. Biden himself should be impeached, excuse me. Because he's purposely letting an invasion of people cross our border, nothing he does. And he's purposely, essentially, letting a bioweapon of people with, a virus. What we've been locked in for a year, just flood across the border. and infect our citizens and kill some of them. Just on purpose. Doing absolutely nothing to protect our people. This is the failure of Biden's administration. Not including inflation, not including his failure with COVID. Immigration is his big fat failure. I mean, you look at this. Just look at this. Very important. 51% of people said it's a very important issue of immigration. 32% said somewhat important. So 83% of people realize, yeah, this is a pretty freaking big problem when they're stealing our jobs, when they're infecting us, and eventually they're just going to replace us. This is a conspiracy theory. Dick Durbin admitted it. That they're just trying to replace us. On the Senate floor, he admitted that. Go look that up. He admitted that they're just going to replace white people because they vote heavy Republican, so they're going to replace them with people that vote heavy Democrat. This is a failure on so many levels. And the funniest part about all of this, the ironic part is, this is where Biden is struggling the most with people. Only 37% of people approve of his handling of immigration. And this is from Morning Consult. This is probably close to like 30%. This is a failure. And this is going to screw the Democrats big time in 2022. Absolutely, this is going to crush them. But folks, here's the most ironic part about all of this. It is red-pilling people. It is absolutely red-pilling a bunch of people on immigration. Now, Civics is a very left-leaning poll. So, 38% said deport immigrants who came here illegally, or offer them path citizenship. That's probably completely flipped, knowing Civics. But you get the point that, look at this. 38% said deport. 53% said offer pathway to citizenship. On election day, 31% deport, 58% offer pathway to citizenship. Net, 27%, down to 15%. Biden is single-handedly red-pilling a bunch of people on immigration. Both legal and illegal immigration. Several polls also showed people want to cut immigration in half. They want immigration, legal immigration, only 500,000 a year. Not a million. Folks, Biden is helping us with red-pilling people because of his incompetent administration. The people around him, his handlers, are so inept that they think this is going to help them. They really think this immigration crap's going to help them. It's not. But we do got to fight back because, folks, these people are just getting flooded across the nation, and the Republicans are just doing nothing about it. They're caring more about freaking Cuba than our mass invasion, than the people getting locked up from January 6th. We do need to fight back against this baloney. You're getting the point that this is a failure of Biden's administration. Red-pilling a bunch of people. And folks, this is going to get worse. Unless we actually do something, run good candidates on immigration, actually fight back. None of this nonsense of, we need a pathway to citizenship. No, none of that. That's not popular. When you look at the actual polls, that's not popular. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys did, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yes, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.